Rob here to go over some volume. Volume's important. Like volume of a prism is length times width times height. It's good to know the size because you never know when you need to ship something really far away. So this is the section on volume of prisms. Prisms are made from the shapes that you know, and then their height is perpendicular to the bottom, nothing slanted. So if I took a rectangle and then popped it up straight up from the ground, it would look like that. If I took a triangle and pulled it up from the ground and stretched it out, it would make a triangular prism. So if you watched my Legoland volume video, which I like, if you're good with that, then you probably don't even need to watch this. You could do these notes on your own. But if you're more comfortable, you just follow along. I got the volume is the area of the base shape, which in this case could be this rectangle, and I stretch it that way, times the height. So for here, I would do the area of this rectangle times the number of layers I have of that rectangle, some kind of height. All right, over here, I would take the area of the triangle times the height here. In the state exam, if we were going to take that this year, which we're not, they use the formula big B times H like that. I like A times H better because this B is for base area. Mine's for area of the base, so I like AH better. So in any event, if you were to look at a tent, what shape would that be? That would be a triangular prism. If I was to do surface area, the faces or bases would be triangles, and then the other sides of that triangular prism would be rectangles. So see, on this side and this side we'd have triangles, and then we'd have three sides of rectangles. You guys did surface area in previous years. So if I was going to use a formula to do the area of this surface area, I'd do 1/2 base times height plus another 1/2 base times height. And then I'd have the base and height of the rectangle on each side. Okay, now you're going to be in charge of pausing so you can go at your speed. Great thing about these notes, which by the way are in your workbook, so you could be taking these notes straight in your workbook. You don't have to do it on paper, you don't have to print it out. So up here they've got notes. I leave that for you to look at. It's going over how many cubes can I fit in it, because remember, volume is cubic units, like centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, whereas area was centimeters times centimeters, which is squared, whereas length is centimeters, which has an exponent of 1. So it goes linear 1, area 2, volume exponent of 3. Volume is length times width times height. You can use that, not my favorite. I much rather you do the area of the base shape, which is 5 by 4, times the number of layers, which is 3, or a height. See, so I put these lines in here to show you the slices. So there's 3 layers. Please draw those slices in there. Okay, so now you're going to go to the bottom. If you notice, I'm talking faster. Nobody's really said anything, but I get the feeling that you guys think I'm going too slow. Or there's actually one person who's like, I wish you went faster. You do know there's a speed button on YouTube, so you can always play me faster if you want to. So here I have a rectangular prism. I took a rectangle and I popped it up perpendicular to the ground. So my rectangle is 9.5 by 5. You would find the area of that by doing base times height. And then we multiply by the number of layers, which is 3, or the height of the entire thing, which is 3. So area of the rectangle times the height, if you did it yourself, comes out this. You get 142.5 meters cubed. And again, if I go too fast, you can back it up. Slow it down, go to town, turn it around, pause it, upside down. Okay, so this next page has a triangular prism. If I'd sliced it, it would slice into triangles. They have a very nice drawing there that I cannot replicate. It's right there in your book. Remember they got big BH, I use big A, big H. It's the same formula. So for this example, you have your triangle stretched into, what is that, 9? So that's the height of the shape, or I would call that 9 layers. 9 layers of a 6 by 8 triangle. Okay, So you try the bottom, you pause it. When you're ready, you unpause it. The bottom has a triangular prism, which means the volume is the area of the triangle times the big height. Area of a triangle is half base times height. So I've filled out my formula, and now I just need to know what are the base and height of the triangle. Base and height of the triangle have to be perpendicular. The base has to be part of the triangle, so I got 4 for the base of the triangle. Height for the height of the triangle, and then 7 is the number of layers or height of the entire prism. So you get an answer of 70 inches cubed. And then I think the next page I'm just going to have for homework. So am I going to do that with you? Nope. The next page is going to be homework and the page after that. After the prism section, I have cylinders, which is definitely required for Excel and not an optional for Math 7. If you're ahead on Math 7, you should go ahead and do cylinders because you can handle it anyway. It's just the area of a circle times the height. So it's the same formula. Okay, that's the fastest video I've ever done. Don't forget to watch the Legoland video. It's a little bit more detailed. See you later.